Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another pre-market watch list here today on the Boiler Room. Alrighty, so definitely have some pretty good stocks to watch today. Going to be very, I'm actually pretty happy with the stocks that are available to trade today, to be honest. 1 second. Okay, move that there. So there are definitely some good stocks to trade today. We're going to be keeping our eyes on ZSAN. Keeping our eyes on NETE, TNTR, and there's definitely a few others. But those are going to be primarily the most important stocks that we want to watch here. Okay. So definitely going to be keeping an eye on NETE, ZSAN, TNTR. Also, the market has really green today. Market, we'll show you that too. The market's really green today. So there's a lot of cool things going on in the market. The market's up. The market's also testing some really strong resistance points at 280. This could be where we definitely top out and then come down. So again, there's still a lot of indecision going on with the market. When you're seeing the market do what it's doing, when it's pulling and it's going up and it's going down, it's going up, it's not going up and down because it wants to go up and down. It's going up and down because there's a battle right now. You know, before we run a bull run, you'd be stupid to try and short it, right? Or you'd be stupid betting it's going to go down, essentially. But now we're in a tug of war battle. That's exactly what's happening. We're tugging, we're pulling, you know, we're trying to go higher, trying to go lower. So that means it's an interesting time right now for the market. So let's start sharing the screen and show you guys exactly what it is we're looking at. Yeah. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. So up here, I have 4 different charts. Tell me, can you guys see all these charts okay? Are they all clear? If I zoom in. All right, cool. Yeah, I just want to make sure. All right, because I'm doing something a little bit different this morning, working off of some other computers. So, all right, that's cool. Well, we don't need this up. We don't need that up. We don't need the timing sheets to go over here. So, I'm going to pull up all the 4 stocks that we're planning on watching, which is the SAN, NE, NET, and then we're also going to watch, obviously, UVXY, and I'll go over a few others. Actually, it's making it so easy because I can just put up so many different charts at a time. So as long as you guys can see them all, then that's cool. All right, so let's cover this first one here, NETE. We're focusing on this chart, lower left chart. So I will zoom into, right now, this is the daily chart. And it doesn't really matter. I can just do this, right? So here you go. Here is the daily chart for NETE, right? Right now, this is the chart for NETE. You know, it went really big. Oops, sorry. So we know that this thing really, really boomed not too long ago, up to a high of 33.51. This is what happens when really low float stocks get pumped up. They pump up and then they crash. So throughout this whole time period from here to there and then continuing down here, there's a lot of short selling taking place. All of a sudden, NETE came out with some news the other day. May have been some crypto news, and then they also, I guess, they appointed a new person to the board of directors or fired someone for the board of directors, and then their stock popped, right? So the stock is starting to pop up. Friday's trading, it had a really indecisive day. As you can see, pre-market, we had a high of 12, then we dumped pre-market. We actually came down. So short sellers came in here trying to push the price down. They ended up getting squeezed out. Then they shorted again down to here. Then they squeezed themselves out again. Then it went into like a little downward trend. And then eventually the price ended up coming back up to squeeze all the short sellers out once again, and then it crashed again. So this is all this right here is telling me really indecisive trading. Short sellers are squeezing, shorting, buying longs. There's a lot going on here. And if you look at this 5-day chart, right, it's done it every day. It goes up, and then it crashed, and then it squeezed, right, and then it went up. Oh, come on, went up, it crashed, and then it squeezed. The only difference between all the other days and this day is that this one today has not really squeezed pre-market. And you see how the first day that it squeezed this one, so this was the high, and it broke through that high right here. It broke up. You know, it's actually breaking out. Right? If you come over here on this day, it moved up pre-market just like it did, what was it, Thursday? So on Thursday, it went up pre-market, then it squeezed higher. Friday, it went up pre-market, then it squeezed, but it couldn't really break through the previous high right there. So we start downtrending. You see that? One high, lower high, lower high. Downtrend. Okay. Now I'm also going to do this. Draw my uptrend. So right now, this is going to be a key level. If NETE breaks over this uptrend line, or sorry, this downtrend line right here, I might go long around this 1110, 1115, 1130 area. But I'm also going to watch it short for a breakdown below 11 or 1050. So again, this is a low float stock. A lot of short sellers are watching it. And if we short it today and it doesn't go lower, we'll get squeezed out, and then this is going to happen, one of these big moves. I have a gut feeling that NETE is going to have a pretty good day. I may be wrong, but I think we're going to see NETE have a pretty big day. Okay. On to the next one is Z. Oh, I don't even have to do that. What am I doing? Here we go. Here is ZSAN. Well, we're going to run through this pretty quick, right? So from the start, since ZSAN came into the stock market, or sorry, for the last year, it's been trending from basically $50 all the way down. Throughout its time period, it's gotten short squeezed multiple times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this long downtrend, a lot of short selling, guys, a lot of short selling. This is a really low float stock. And then here, what was that, about 2 months ago, they went through a reverse split, which reduces the amount of shares they even have on the open market. Okay, so they reduce the amount of shares they have in the open market, which then increases, or sorry, then lowers the float. So ideally, all this big move for ZASN these past couple days was simply a short squeeze from long-term short sellers finally covering up their position. Okay, it was all this was a short squeeze. Okay, this thing's been downtrending for a year, and now all of a sudden it needs to go big. Yeah. So this was a short squeeze over the past over the past year or so. Yeah, DPW is pretty dead. Morning from Australia. So good morning to everyone too. Thank you for checking in here. So again, right, we have ZSAN. This is just a short squeeze from the past year. Let's go to a 5-day chart. Ready? This is the beginning of the short squeeze. It starts, then it becomes a momentum play, and then it keeps short squeezing. Actually, the stock got manipulated. What was this, last Thursday? On Thursday, this stock was being manipulated. I watched it happen all day. So anyways, it crashes. It comes back up to retest this high. And I also just did a video on how to short these mega runners with almost a 100% consistency or 90% probability rate. But anyways, as you can see, right, it's starting to crash. This is what we look for. We look for these mega runners that go up like crazy, top out, and then, you know, they usually come down and they'll go back up to retest that previous day's high. Once they fail, we'll hop in short. Keep ZSAN on your watch list because chances are this is going to go down to, who knows, $12, $13. So definitely keep your eyes on ZSAN short. I mean, that's just it. There really isn't much more to it. I mean, this is it. The start of the downtrend was on Friday. Now you're hopping in just trying to get a quick buck on them for a short potential trade. But you also got to be careful because ZSN is also a very low float, and it can also squeeze really fast. Okay. So here's the deal. What you're kind of looking for here, because you could tell this was the trend, right? It was trending up like this from Friday and into today, and then you can see it just broke its trend right here. Now it's starting to come down. Okay. So trend is definitely down right now. Trend is coming down. So ideally what we're going to want to see happen here is it come up and then kind of roll over and continue down. To ZSAN, keep your eyes on this thing. It starts to move right around the whole dollar marks. Once we get close to 18, 17, this thing will probably start moving. All right, on to the next one, which is TNTR. Okay, you guys ready for this one? All right, we'll go to the yearly chart here. On Friday, this thing had a killer day. It's no secret and no surprise. This thing has resistance up here at $7. You can see it tapped out there once, and it's kind of had trouble there before. So for the past year, 52-week high is at 70.75. Ooh. Yeah, there it goes, 775. Then you got another one right here at about 750, another resistance point. Then you got another one right here. So you have multiple resistance points that TNTR is about to head into. Okay. So again, TNTR is about to run into some major resistance, but it's also very possible we're going to see this thing really rip today. Look at these trades, right? On Friday's trading, look at that. That looks almost too beautiful. Look at these moves up with the short, then a reversal up. But unfortunately, this stock was being manipulated on Friday's trading. I watched it happen in front of my eyes. The stock was being propped up on the bid multiple times to increase buying pressure just to let it dump. You know what you don't see very often, guys? You know what you don't see very often is something like this. Okay? Something like this. You'd never see stocks go perfectly up and then just dump, and then go perfectly up and then dump, and then perfectly up and then dump. It's not very common, and that's because it was being manipulated on Friday's trading, which in return started causing it started causing the stock to go up very easily and then crash right after it pumped up. I'm doing the wrong thing. Ooh, 1 second. Okay, so again, it was just strictly being manipulated. This is one you're going to want to watch, and the last one I think we'll cover here today is OCLR. But yeah, keep your eyes on this one. There's a lot of resistance up towards $7, but it doesn't mean it can't still break out. Okay, so we're going to watch this one because if it does anything like it was doing on Friday, you can make a lot of money trading this. You just swing it up, short it down, swing it up. There's a lot of opportunities. This thing at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 good opportunities to get in. Okay. So keep that one. Next one we're going to watch is OCLR. This one's a pretty big one today that you guys should definitely watch. This here has news out on it this morning, and I think it speaks of a buyout. Yeah, it says MW Ocular stock soars after Lumentum buyout deal is valued at $1.8 billion. So there's talks of a big buyout. Lumentum is going to buy out Oclaro, or however you pronounce them, OCLR. So there's talks of a buyout for $1.8 billion. Okay, so yeah, it's getting pumped up right now, but you have to tell yourself, well, 1.8 billion. At what point are investors going to be like, okay, you know? So again, watch this one. If there's enough volume on it and enough people watching it, it might actually squeeze, because this is kind of like the gap and go strategy over 10 bucks. That's the way I would have to trade this. I wouldn't want it any way else. I would honestly probably trade the gap and go over 10 bucks, where you can see the price gapped up, it's consolidating. Look for a break over the whole dollar mark, take it long. If it fails to get over $10, then I would just short it, because you have all the way, you have a lot of downside potential, right? So here's the issue that a lot of people don't understand is risk management. If I wanted to short this stock, I wanted to get it as close as I can to $10 if it's not going to break through, because then I have all this downside potential, but my stop is just to break over, you know, $10, right? So so again, we're going to watch OCLR here this morning for a long over $10 and a short if it does not break $10. Next thing, what do we have? And then lastly, I'm just going to touch on this, is the SPY. You can see that the SPY has ripped all the way up to 280. 280 is going to be a really, really challenging mark for the SPY to break. As you can see, we've already broke it briefly, but we're not really, we're starting to trend down. Right now, we're testing 279 very strong. It's a really big battle right now. So this might start coming down today. And if it does, just keep your eyes on TVIX and UVXY for potential long. Okay. So that's all I have for you here today, and I hope that watch list helps. There's a lot of stocks in there, you guys. You can definitely watch. Okay. So again, so definitely keep ZSAN, keep NETETENTR, OCLR, and then also just make sure to keep your eyes on the overall market, because that tells you a lot about what's going on. So that's all. Again, once again, all I have for you guys. For any of you guys that are maybe new to my channel that are just tuning in here, I do want to mention that you know, so for anyone who's new here that hasn't joined Boiler Room Trading's website, or any of our course packages or anything like that at all, for the whole month of March, anyone who joins our trading team for our yearly subscription, you'll be entered into a raffle to win a $14,000 trading account. So for some of you, it may not be as necessary, but for others, that may be, you know, a really good opportunity to take. So again, right, to the month of March, we're going to be giving away two $14,000 trading accounts to 2 random members who join into our yearly trading course for the month of March. On April 1st, we'll draw the names, and the accounts will be sent to you usually via email. Okay, so pretty cool. Right? So again, links in the description to join our free chat room, to join our Facebook group, to join our website, and everything it is that we do here. So we're definitely growing, and we're going to continue to grow, and definitely going to improve what it is that we're doing. Because ideally, the goal for me and, you know, the people that I'm working with right now is to create the most continue to provide actually the most cost-efficient trading website and resource and trading room, and the end goal is to kind of be the Netflix of trading. So anyways, you guys have a good day. I will see you all tomorrow morning for another watch list, and just like and subscribe if you like what you see. All right, guys, take care.